Hi, we're in Cannes. It's July 12th, and Daizy GEDEON, the French pronunciation, Australian-born Lebanese, is introducing at this gala charity event her new wonderful documentary called Enough, Lebanon's Darkest Hour. She's about to receive a prize from our good friend here, PAB, who is a French artist. So PAB, can you tell us a little bit about how you work and how you treated the art based on the poster?
Yeah, it's an award that you will receive, and Bruno asked me to paint it. And he told me about your movie, and I was inspired by the subject, and so I painted what I thought, what I felt about the children. I think about all the children who have lost their home and house and who are alone.
This event is made for the children of Beirut and Lebanon. And Daizy, I'd like to ask you how you came up with this shot of the kid with the flag, Lebanese flag. How did you get that? What happened?
It was an image that I found doing my research on the film, and it was so powerful for me. It reminded me of Les Miserables and the Revolution of France. It just stood for a sense of defiance. This little child who is the future of Lebanon, the future generations, not willing to give up on their identity and their future, and he represents everything to me.
And hope.
And hope. Everything is about hope. That's why I love this image, and I think it's so important and so powerful.
And if I may reveal a little bit, because the film is having the world premiere tomorrow, July 13 at the Marché. The first part of the film is more about the plague, the problems, the corruptions that are eating the state and some of the highest ranking in the officials. So isn't that a little bit dangerous on your part of making such a statement in the film about?
I have been warned that it is quite dangerous for my life, because we know Lebanon's history. There have been many people who have been assassinated, and particularly the last 3 to 4 decades, who have tried to expose the people who are causing the suffering and the destruction of our country, the corrupt leaders. But as a journalist, I don't think about that thing. I think about, I have to tell the truth, and this story has a much bigger meaning for the world to know what's really going on in Lebanon, and I'm giving the Lebanese a platform to show to speak their voice and to speak on their behalf if they can't speak because they're scared. So I have to be brave, and I don't know, I don't feel fear, but I know it is dangerous. I do know.
Yeah. You're showing a place to look at for the future generation, a place for hope, and this is the reason why you're receiving the Movie That Matter award tonight at this reception, based and the trophy is based on PAB's interpretation. It's a secret. Daizy hasn't seen it yet, should not see it before
it gets presented to me.
Yeah, right. So PAB, what's your art? You're a street artist. How do you work? I know you work on the Croisette, very close to here, every year for 9 years, 10 years?
No,
more?
19 years.
19 years, wow.
It's my 19th festival, and I've started to make people paint on movie posters as a response to the cultural proposition of the movie.
Right.
In the beginning of the year 2000, there were no internet and such things, so I wanted to give to the people a response to what they would think about this proposition of cinema. So I make people paint with me since 19 festivals.
Wow. It means so much more than receiving something that comes out of a machine.
Yeah.
I can't thank you enough, and Bruno, how thoughtful, how you know, like, you are an incredible person. You identified the film, you identified the message of the film, and you recommended it to this for this award.
What I recommended also is you should be part of the Better World Fund Gala, which is sharing the same values of positive and let's work to a better place to live in for our future generation. The last time they did such a gala, it was about, let's say, the oceans. This year the theme was gold and how to say,
Cinematic art for the service of humanity.
and the theme of the event here is dedicated to the children of Lebanon.
Yes.
They are raising funds, and PAB has very generously designed a poster based on the Cannes Festival poster, which he interpreted. Tell us about what it looks like. I haven't seen it yet. It's still in the roll. So
Surprise.
Surprise!
No, it's an interpretation, very free interpretation, but I kept the main theme. There is the head of Spike Lee's head,
Yeah.
and there are the two trees, like palm trees. But I put a little Lebanese person with a flag
The
Wow.
kid, your kid.
on the
Wow.
head of Spike Lee, and he's looking like this.
Wow.
So, yeah, you will see. I
Thank
made
you.
a lot of energy.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
And this
You
film
don't
is going to be given at the auction that is closing the event here tonight.
The poster.
This poster, the poster he designed, yes.
Wonderful. Thank you so much.
And my generation, I'm 47, and in my childhood, I was at school with Lebanese refugees for many years, and so I know what it is to live there. And there were periods of hope, and then there
Suffering.
were suffering, and
They've been through so
it's,
much.
it's hard.
been
It's hard to be Lebanese. And so even in
That's-
Marseille, where I've been living, I met a lot of Lebanese people who have abandoned their job, and they became like they took restaurant in France, for example, and they were ship captains and stuff, and they have abandoned their life because of the war to become like they're a nice restaurant, but
It's not the same.
It shows how it can destroy a life, and how these people can build things again, and
But it's not
but
like
they are very strong. They are very strong.
Thank you.
Anyway, thank you so much. And I believe Daizy has a lot of networking to do now in this beautiful crowd here. They're almost sitting and having dinner without us.
It looks beautiful.
Yeah.
It's magnificent.
I think I will eat Lebanese.
Over here.